Okay. Hey, good morning, guys. Sorry about it. I don't know. Sometimes when going live, it happens like once every 10 times that live doesn't work, and it works, but it won't show comments. I don't know why. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. It's a lazy Tuesday for me. I wanted to stay in bed and go to sleep, but I can't. All the kids are in school. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, today is like Tuesday errand day. I have so many errands I have to run today, and I have errands in the sewing room that I have to do today. Tomorrow is the launch of the new pattern from Aura Rosa. So if you're not in the Aura Rosa Facebook group, in her Facebook group, she has, whenever there's a pattern launch, she does this thing where she'll have a post like where you comment or you say something and you have a chance to win the pattern for free. And I think that is so incredibly nice because most pattern designers, they come up with a concept for a bag, but it takes like months, weeks, sometimes like a half a year or a year to come up with the verbiage, the pattern pieces, and the concept of a bag. I think a lot of times we take for granted all the faucets that go together to make a pattern, like the mock-ups, putting the measurements and something to bring up something you sketch or something you put in your mind and make it into reality. So I think it's awesome when pattern designers do, a charitable thing like that because it's a giving a little piece of your baby away for free. So I'm really excited to show you guys the bags. I made, like I said, three. I did have a fourth one in mind, and I'm really devastated by it. And I know I have to find somewhere else that I can get matte black hardware. Um, I'm probably gonna probably gonna shop at Barbie's today, maybe for the first time. Um, I ordered from Emmeline Bags, and if you go on Emmeline's Bags website, as of right now, we at US cannot do it. Order from her. It's not Emmeline Janelle's fault at all. Janelle is like the best store owner ever. She is like the person I go to. She's my ace. She's my number one that I usually buy hardware from. But there's something going on with customs and part of the orange ether, if you catch my drift, is preventing us to get hardware over here, and it sucks. So instead of being a Debbie Downer, because I'm not that person, I'm not a Debbie Downer. I always try to look for the lighter things. We have to look for other hardware people. Another person I love buying hardware from is Mormino, but she does not sell matte black, and matte black is a staple. It's like my hardware colors that have my choices always antique brass. So I can get antique brass for my like A1s. I can go to, Mormino. I can go to Waywack. I can go to pretty much everywhere has antique brass because it's a staple for everyone. But my two that run next to each other is matte black and iridescent. I don't know what it is about matte black. It's just something that like I always run out of it. So for I have like a Nevermore theme bag and it's all cut out. I just could not film with it because I was missing major components. So now I need to find some matte black to do it. And you know what's funny? I put in a Into Love Creations, and I don't think I got the matte black hardware. I got different color hardware for a commission bag, but I did not order the matte black. That's how I roll. I forget simple things. So yeah, Emmeline's not open to the US right now, and I'm kind of heartbroken, but Janelle will find a way. They're gonna figure out how to do how to collect the fees and duties before they open it up. And I believe Country Cow sent out an email saying the same thing, that on Friday they'll figure out how to collect the duties and fees prior, um, during checkout, so that it can go smoothly. And that's just the way our life is going to have to be for right now until the orange ether is no longer existent. Hopefully this can go by smooth and fast, and we can still continue to shop at our favorite places, across the country, across the pond, across the world. But if that's something that's not feasible for you, there are plenty of hardware people that are in our country. We have, like, again, Mormino, we have Waywack, we have So Sweetness, we have Indo Love Creations, we have little small places within our own community that we can purchase from. So ask your fellow sewists, and you'll be surprised. You may have not bought fabric or hardware from somewhere. Like I advised you, Alchemats has um, a hardware place too that sells, regular hardware that you may have never bought from, and they have the hardware of your dreams. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Hey, Sean. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Arnetta. Hey, Christine. What up, Gloria? Good morning. Does Indo Love? Okay, yeah. So Diane, this is me. This is on me. I went and put an order in. Right, I had everything in the cart. I messaged Christine. I'm like, hey, yo, Christine, does Indo Love have a sale? So, and I think Christine was on a Sojo or whatever she was doing. She didn't reply. So I'm like, they must not have a sale. I used my rewards points from the last time, and I put in my sell. I put in my rewards point. Then she messages me back. I kid you not. The minute I hit send to my PayPal, she's like, yeah, they have a sale. I was like, I should just wait until I heard from her. I should have just waited. And I'm one of those people that if you have a sell, I don't want to be like, I forgot to put the discount code. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I am so nervous when it comes. I'm so nervous to ask that when I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm like, I feel like it's weird. I don't know why. I don't know. I have nervous type energy. I don't know what's wrong with me. So, hey, Misty. I don't like gunmetals as much as I like matte black. I know that sounds weird. It just doesn't feel the same. Matte black has this very smooth and sleek, and it like goes with the image that I try to portray. Everyone has like different images when it comes down to their business. Even when I'm trying when you look at my symbols like on my images on my card, it's like because my business, it's a Death Star. I'm wearing my business. And when you see it in like person, it is a Death Star, and it's a matte black. In when it's on business cards or whatever, it's just that's a part of my business. I just like the way it looks. It I When I wear black nail polish, I prefer matte. I don't want it glossy. It's just the way I look. And um I have gunmetal, and use gunmetal in some things. And a matter of fact, I think in I'm looking at the bags, the new Rosa bags. I use gunmetal in one of the bags, and it looks beautiful. It's the last air. No, it's not the last air. Oh, it's the Airbenders show. I had the hardware forever, like for 5 years, and the vinyl forever. And because of the magnet being having the background being um gunmetal, I use gunmetal. It just doesn't give me that rush. It doesn't give me the butterflies. I don't know if that anyone else feels that. Like there's certain. Have you ever made a bag and you're like, oh, it looks nice, and everyone's like, oh my god, it looks great, and you're like, yeah, it looks okay. You don't get the butterflies. But have you ever made a bag when everyone's like, it looks nice, and you're like, this bag blows everyone away. Let's put it in a competition. I'm ready to box. It's the best bag in the world, and gives you that butterfly feeling. That's how I feel when I have matte black on. It gives me like no one's bag is better than mine. This is the baddest bag in the world. What? Um, that's how I feel about antique, and that's what I feel about like antique copper too. If I can make all my bags in antique copper and antique silver, you have no idea. That's all I would use. That hardware, it screams Shinova. And the people that carry it is Into Love Creations, Fired Wheat Stitch, um, Country Cow, and there's just certain people that carry it, and all of them don't carry all the hardware for it. It's really interesting on this. You have to kind of get bits and bobs from everywhere, but there's certain hardware colors that I like more. And then it's weird. Then I get even weirder. If you have weird colors, I'm here for it. And I will buy like the whole set and like just buy it because I can buy different color rivets to match it. That's not a problem. I always go find different color rivets, not an issue. But different color hardware always makes me excited. I have no idea why. The weirder the hardware color, the more I'm intrigued. And that's how I feel about matte black because it stands out in a bag. No matter what bag you make, it just like it's so sleek, it's so unusual that people usually gravitate to it on my back in my usually in my booth. I don't know what it is. Kind of like iridescent. Iridescent people gravitate to it too. They're like, "Oh my god, you have rainbow hardware." And antique, that it goes it's very unisex, it's very timeless, it's very classy, and it goes for it. The least favorite colors I don't like working with is silver. Rose gold is my least favorite of all of them. And and silver um and gold. I will work with them, but those are the drawers that I never refill. Like I will work with them if I have something that like if it's like a Loki bag or something like that. If it's a theme bag that those colors go with that theme, I will work with them. I know I have all the hardware for them because I hardly touch that hardware drawer, but there's something about matte black. I can't put my finger on. Everyone has something like that. I have other bag designers that all they use is gold hardware. I have other bag designers that are like they feel like silver is the best hardware color ever. You cannot tell them anything about silver. Everyone has their own niche. That's the beauty of hardware. There's no one is right. Like it's I in a in my Patreon yesterday we finished the Eevee bag, right? From the Eevee Everyday bag from Ora Rosa. And it was funny. If you talked to us last Monday when we did the straps, I was like, I do not agree with Alexis, I do not believe you should do your straps first. You shouldn't have to punch your holes. You shouldn't complete all your straps. You should do your straps last because it's like your victory. Like, yes, I finished. My straps are done, right? We get done with the bag yesterday. We're doing like a small little victory, like, because I'm like, dude, our modification to the bag was very simple and sleek, but we did like an adjustment, like a you know how like you can do a bust adjustment uh on a cup like on a cup on a garment or a sway back on a garment. We did an adjustment to the gusset to make it wider. And I was so proud of my Patreon peeps who did it with me because it sounds simple, but it could be very intimidating. We did an adjustment where the bottom half stayed the same, but the gusset adjusted from the wingspan a certain percentage on each side. And it's not printing, like you're not printing on the printer like 20%. No, we did an adjustment physically on paper. So we did there was a midpoint adjustment, and they had to watch me on Patreon and do it, and they had to trust me because if it messed up, it would mess up your whole entire bag. You had to trust me 100% on this. And then when we were done, it was kind of like a cool celebration because I had to run upstairs and get my bag that I normally carry, and you can see what I was talking about because the adjustment now opens up so much wider that you're able to see both pockets in the inside versus the original adjustment, you only can see the middle pocket. And I was talking about this modification to you guys when this bag came out. The only thing I would change is having it open it up like 50 to 30, 50%, like 12, a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch wider would make a big difference on this bag because you can add like credit card slots and things like that, making it an all-inclusive bag. Like you don't need to have a wallet. This bag is all-inclusive because it truly is one of a kind different bag. And when we made this adjustment, we were super excited. little things like that, like can have you like super excited about rainbow's your favorite. I wish you only had one favorite. Yeah, no. If somebody was asking me right now, if I start bag making, which I do, I'll tell them to stay with one hardware color and one hardware color only. If you're watching, stay with one hardware color only. Do not variegate. Don't be like, oh, I'll have more. It will save you so much heartache. But like, it's interesting to me that like what I'm trying to say is that there's no wrong or right answer to anything. The thing is that it's in your gut. Like Alexis's pattern is absolutely perfect. At the end of the bag, we did like a 3-hour sew session. When we got to put the handles on, I understood what she was saying. We did the handles at the very beginning of the bag. I was so exhausted from sewing 3 hours that I was so happy that we already did the handles. It was done. It was done. We didn't have to sew anymore. That was the first time I've ever agreed with someone saying, do your handles at the beginning of the bag. I never understood why we did that. Like, I know that sounds silly because you're like, Chanel, how many bags have you sold, and made? I don't know. After like 800, I stopped counting. Okay. But I was so tired. And I understood right then and there what the pattern designer means. If you get your handles out of the way, when you're done, it makes more sense. It's like winning an award. Like you have your holes all punched, everything. You're just putting in your rivets and you're done. It was a very beautiful thing. And sometimes just because we are set in our ways does not mean that we're right. Sometimes thinking outside of the box or taking someone else's opinion may make a difference. That's what I'm saying. Just don't be set in your ways where you're like, I'm right all the time, because no one's right all the time. If that's the case, then why aren't you the most successful bag maker in the West? I'm just saying. No one's right all the time. The sewing is a never ending learning process. So and that's a cool thing. One of That's just a really cool thing. Some of the people that I used to look up, like one of my favorite people I used to look up to was Nancy Notions. And she would always say, I learned a new thing. Like that's the beauty of it. You learn new things, you adjust. And I admit it, like yesterday, 100%. I understand what Alexa says, like, do your straps first. Not for the bobbin. It's because by the time you're done binding, turning, or whatever, when you get up out of your seat, you're just like, I finished your bag and oh my God, I'm so tired. Just put the straps on. And that was the first time ever that I felt like that. But I was so excited too. I think the dopamine I had about the bag coming out exactly how I wanted it widthwise, I crashed after I was like, yes, oh my God, I'm so tired. So this is the bag we made yesterday. This is the Evie Everyday bag. So I made mine a little bit tropical Star Wars. And so this fabric comes from Notorious. This is like 6 or 7 years old. I had one roll. I didn't even have one roll. The people that cut out with me could tell you I had like a half of one roll. And this silver, I don't know where it came from. I thought it came from one place, but I don't know, my husband misplaced it with another roll. This crock came from Chris from Simply Classic. And the hardware came from Alchemax. So what the modification is, we had 2 modifications. One I completely forgot to do, but I'll explain it. We had a adjustment. There is a very unique piece in here for the zipper guard. We did a very unique piece adjustment to the zipper guard, and it's nothing that you can do with a printer. And that I am super excited about, because we did an adjustment to make the zipper guard wider in certain parts, but keep it the same parts in others. So I told everybody this bag is the perfect bag, and I was not joshing you guys. I still rock mines everywhere. It is the perfect bag because you have, like I said, 2 slip pockets in the front and the back with a magnet. And when you open this, now this bag opens where you can see the two zipper pockets. Prior to this, the way this opened was like this, where you couldn't see the two pockets. The reason why I wanted you to see it is because when I am sitting down and I'm trying, or putting this on the table, or putting this somewhere and I'm trying to get into my pockets, I thought just the slightest opening, just having it open about 3/4 of an inch more, makes more sense. Now, we had some modifications here and here for the outside, and I'm leaving that to the group because that's their modifications that we talked about, and we got it done. We bound it, and now you guys can see inside. If you guys look back at the original video, it was kind of hard for you guys for me to do this to show you the inside. So the zipper guard, we had a modification with the zipper guard, and we had some modification for the inside pockets, the inside middle divider. But it got done, and I like it. It's super cute. Again, my purse feet were stuck in purgatory, and now it's on its way back to Canada. But it's fun. I had a lot of fun doing it. I think this bag pattern is amazing because you get to learn a different technique with the zipper gusset. I love how she did the zipper gusset, and like I said in Patreon, that I am definitely going to use the zipper gusset in something else. I just haven't decided what. It's going to be sometime in September, and you'll just see it on another bag, and I'm just really excited about it. So yeah, we finished that, and today Patreon, all tiers are going to get a level up class. I already have it. I actually filmed it because I wanted to reference the bags, the duffel bags, and the stability they had, and I knew that I was going to meet and give him the bags to the owner, so I filmed it. So they're going to get an interesting, different variation. I usually do those live, so they're actually getting a pre-recorded one, which is interesting for me because that means I can just let them drop that off and then go do errands. So I'm super ahead on Patreon, which is interesting because we did a lot of stuff and it just feels weird. August was super organized. I stuck to my schedule, and I'm really excited about it. So yeah, thank you, Arnetta. I love it too. I love that slight modification is so cool. Like, I'm really proud of Patreon because they did it. They trusted the process, and I love this modification. It's very slight, and I actually think I'm going to take the paper template and I'll have Kindle cut out our acrylic template or our thick plastic, so that way I can clip it to the pattern, so I know this is the template that I need to cut out from this point on. That is going to be a permanent modification for me, because this bag, to me, I never say this about any pattern, is the perfect pattern. I never really wear all the bags that I make. I usually can see the perfection for somebody, but this is the perfect pattern for me to wear. I just think it's not big, it's not small, and the amount of pockets that you have is amazing. And I think you can sell it like a everyday bag that you can have it where you can kind of be wallet free, have all your medicines and everything. I think it's a perfect bag, and the modifications that we add to it can even be even more to sell with. You can add and might like take away, but I think it's pretty cool, and it looks more complicated to put together than what it really is. But yeah, and I like the choose your own adventures. And like I said, tomorrow when I come on, I'll have 3 bags for you to see. Or depending on how Alexis does the viewing, she might say only show this one bag tomorrow. So you'll have some bags to see, and I really like these bags. She did something a little bit different that I have not seen in a bag before in that style. So I don't know. I don't know how her brain works. It's just like when she did, I was like, oh, I'm down. But it's really cool. I used some unique hardware on this too, and some of the hardware I got, some of the more unique pieces are actually came from Fireweed Stitch, and I don't know if you've bought from her before. She's like this low key, this this person I love buying from, because when you order from her, she's like, I'm in the East Coast, so she's like 3 or 4 hours behind me. by the time it's like lunch or I'm making dinner, it's already coming FedEx 2-day mail. So like it comes ridiculously fast. Like I don't know why, and it's always free if you buy over a certain amount. Like it's always like it's like 2-day mail, and it's packed really well, and it's a really good. It's she has good hardware, and she has my favorite turning tools. She has my chopsticks. I always have these in unusual colors. She doesn't have my blue. I cannot find my blue one. My original one was like this electric blue, but she has my chopsticks that I like to use. So, yeah, she has the chopsticks that I use for point turners. If you guys ever wondering when I'm like, I'll take my chopstick, I'll use this one, or I use this one from So Sweetness. This one is well abused. Do not judge it because you guys don't see it up close. It has a lot, but you know I use it. So as you can see, there's glue. There's some edge paint. There's some more glue. I don't. There's some edge paint. There's a lot of glue right here. Okay, but this bad boy is my favorite. Like when you point it in and you just get a smooth thing in a flat. I use my tools. I use them. Okay. But yeah, so these are like my favorite things for when I'm telling you to poke something out. These are it. The precision tool I liked also because it's heavier than the chopstick. So if I have to, like, if I need some kind of weight distribution on the table, this is like I don't know. I like heavier things. I don't know if it's like a sensory thing, but it feels more comfortable in my hand. So yeah, their Fireweed Stitch ships fast, and she has some of my favorite color hardware. I love like some of the hardware, and then whenever I'm making a Maggie 55 pattern, I usually just go buy hardware from Fireweed Stitch because she has some classy, very classy stuff, and she like ships with care, so and fast. She ships fast. I'm not gonna lie. If I want some really classy hardware and I'm like in crunch time, I'm gonna just be like, here, let me go buy some from her, and fair prices. So you're gonna see some from her. You're gonna see one bag from her or two bags from her stuff, and the other one is from Emmeline bags mixed with Alchemax. So they're cute. they're I can't wait till they're out so I can like list them on Etsy because I think they're going to sell relatively fast. And I got pictures with me and Io. Oh my god, Io, you seen me at the mall on Sunday. I was really wearing a bag and you did not even see it. I was Kendall was laughing so hard. He was like, "Did she even see the bag?" I was like, "I don't think she see the bag." I was like, I took pictures at the mall with one of the bags, and then Hope took pictures at a park with one of the bags. So you guys are gonna have some size references because you know how I feel about AI references with bags. Shambella. Sorry. So anyways, I'm gonna go do some errands. If you're on my Patreon team, you're gonna be getting a level up on everybody's getting a level up class today. And I'm going to get ready to also film some anatomy of the bag so that way you guys can have some shorts so you can see what the inside of the bag looking at the flaps in camera view. So that way you can see what style bag you want to do. And just remember, if the bag drops tomorrow, you can buy the pattern right away, or you can also look for my affiliate link. If you look for my affiliate link and pay for it, I get a small kickback and it helps your girl out. But if you buy the pattern immediately, just out of the blue, it's cool. It's cool. I'll have a video that I walk you through. It's going to be like a 2-hour video. I'm sorry. I feel like I wanted to give you all the details. This is a choose your own adventure. There's a lot of things you can take away. I wanted to add everything. There was one thing that I cannot add, and it was because I could not get the hardware because again, my hardware's in purgatory of LAX because it was coming from Canada. But when I am able to get the hardware, I will make a separate video for it. And I do state that in the video. So until then, that's all I have to say, guys. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. And I hope, sorry, my phone is crazy. You did miss it. I hope everyone has a wonderful day and happy stitching.